Greetings everyone, Kanyard here. We're gonna play something called Dungeon Defenders. I tried to do this earlier and things got screwy. This time I have it figured out and I apparently don't need you anymore. Actually, we'll just create a new hero. Squire. A huntress? Or I can go with the monk.
To take up arms in the defense of his land. Only he, through his expert spear fighting skill, can avenge the death of his master. Channeling his aura, the monk uses
Yeah. Let's make you... well, we'll make it a red monk. Partially red. It's greenish, blue. Should we bring out the... It's like a lightish red, maybe almost pink. But the pink color don't matter. The secondary color, I want it lower. What did the green and blue to bring out? Nice. Reduce the green a bit, maybe add some more to the blue. That might make it look a bit better. There we go. It looks a little better. And the accessory color is just fine because that changes the color of my face, believe it or not. And next, we need a name. I will become the monk. Let's become known as... Xarian. That's a very unusual name. Xarian. So I have two monks. This monk's a little different. I might switch his equipment later. We'll see. Let us begin. And I'm just doing solo right now. And we're gonna go through the full tutorial so we can research that better. Keep an eye on defensive health. Or defense health. Repairing defenses is less expensive than rebuilding them. Agreed. Story.
Etheria was once a land of living legends. Long ago, brave warriors across the realm stood together against an immortal evil known as the Old Ones.
I'll be quiet now.
In the wake of this struggle, the champions locked away the power of the Old Ones inside Eternia crystals. Recently, the realm's heroes, called to a faraway crusade, have left their younger kin to tend the castle and its chores. Bored with their dreary duties, and imagining action and adventure, the pupils accidentally unleash an ancient force that has long been dormant. Now these heroes in training will have to grow up quickly.
Together
they will
defend the Eternia crystals against those who would
seek to resurrect the ancient evils.
Dungeon Defenders! Sorry about that. Couldn't hit myself with the story. I listened to it several times already. I've grown used to it. So we start out in the Deeper Well. Quite a lovely little place we have here. Could be better. I could actually also be using... I have a...
Welcome, brave defender, to the dungeons of Etheria.
I have a Razor Nostromo, but I haven't
I am the
configured it
spirit
well.
of champions, guide to all those who would claim the title of hero. I am
and
summoned to those who are courageous of heart in times of great need. I will attempt to teach you the basic arts of dungeon defense. Heed my words well, for your life, the fate of all Etheria may depend on it. Your mission is to defend the Eternia crystals against all opposition through waves of enemy attacks.
So we gotta wait.
You can move around the area with the W, S, A, and D keys, and turn with the mouse. You can also press the space bar to jump.
Jump! Jump!
When holding the control key, you can move the mouse to rotate the camera. You can use the mouse wheel to cycle through camera zoom levels, while holding down the shift key will display the area map.
Oh, the area map. We have all the
Summoning
doors.
defenses is essential to the survival of your Eternia crystals. While you may be a capable warrior, the sheer ferocity of the enemies you will be facing will require clever strategy and careful placement of your defenses.
You can do this though.
To summon defenses, first
Cool.
open your action wheel by pressing the middle mouse button.
The
The
action
action
wheel.
wheel contains
All your defenses and other
Now
things.
use the mouse to select
Keep doing that.
Summon Defenses from the action wheel. You may activate this ability by clicking on it.
The Ensnare.
Excellent. Now select a defense to summon. Because you are yet an inexperienced hero in training, you can only build a single defense. Select that defense with the mouse as you did before, and then click it to activate it.
Ensnare Aurora. Let's put that right
Now that you
here.
have activated the summon ability, you must decide where to place your defense. Move it with the mouse and then click to confirm. You may only place your defense within a radius around yourself, and defenses generally need enough free area to be summoned to a location. Go ahead. Summon your defense to a valid location now.
We left click, and boom, we have a defense. The Ensnare Aurora.
Once your
Build
defense
to
is summoned,
speed.
you may then place more defenses during this build phase. Summoning defenses consumes mana power, which is the magical resource used for all your hero abilities, and to upgrade your equipment. Once you're ready to face your enemies, head to the Eternia Crystal and activate it with the E key in order to proceed to the combat phase.
So we have to hit the E key.
Notice the indicator in front of each creep door, displaying the number and types
we
of
have
enemies
four
that will
guys
be
up there.
advancing from that location. Use this information to better plan your defensive strategy.
Anything more?
When you do not have any more mana power, you should proceed to face your enemies by heading to the Eternia Crystal and activating it with the E key. Go ahead, do this now.
So, I got more messages because I'm trying to let you guys hear it all. Sort of a tutorial, but I already know how to play the game,
Once you
so.
have entered the combat phase, the creep doors will open and enemies will seek out your Eternia crystals.
Here come the enemies. It's a goblin.
Here's one now, a goblin.
Let that goblin try. He won't win against me.
By default, the camera will zoom in during the combat phase. If you wish to return to the overhead camera, simply scroll the mouse. You can also change this setting via the options menu. Watch your defenses annihilate this foul critter, or go forth and slay it yourself. Do not let it reach the Eternia Crystal.
Dead.
More fiends are arriving. They cannot be harmed from the dark energy around the creep doors, so only attack them once they become vulnerable. Steel yourself, little warrior, and defeat these creatures.
Uh-oh. Fire! There. Got him. We got all four defeated. And it's pretty good.
Congratulations. You have survived your first wave of enemies. You may have taken some damage, however. You can heal yourself by opening the action wheel, activating the hero icon, and then activating your heal self ability.
There's a thing down there flashing in the bottom left corner of the screen.
Each hero class has unique hero abilities. In addition, there are some abilities which all heroes share. By activating the corresponding abilities from your action wheel, you can repair your defenses, upgrade them, or even sell them.
Yes, indeed. I know many of
You
these
can also
sections.
bind any ability to a hotkey by selecting that ability in the action wheel and holding keys 1, 2, 3, or 4. Then, you can activate that ability by simply tapping the corresponding hotkey.
But you can see it's already kind of corresponding.
Look, a treasure chest has appeared near the Eternia Crystal. Open it to see what is inside.
Let's see. So to open a chest, I'm going to zoom in a bit so you can see it. All you have to do is walk right up. No keys, nothing. And we got some
The
equipment.
treasure chest drops some equipment. You can use any equipment that you find by pressing the F key when you are near it. However, pay close attention. Equipment that is better than what you are currently using is highlighted in green. Pick up that equipment now.
So we have a torn warden pike. That would probably be valuable to have. Torn leather shirt. And another thing is that these items are random.
Equipment will enhance your hero's statistics, which are viewable by pressing
So this is
the
kind of a random
I
thing
key.
for the tutorial.
Each hero may equip a helmet, torso armor, gloves, boots, and a class-specific weapon. You may store excess equipment in your item box by highlighting dropped equipment and pressing the E key. Let's try another way. Go ahead and summon your defenses, and then activate the Eternia Crystal once more. Be prepared for battle.
So let's summon up another one of those little auroras. I like the monk, personally, but I really like his offensive and defensive capabilities. He's more of a attack the enemies yourself kind of guy, which is kind of what I like to do sometimes. I'm not necessarily going to stand behind my walls, depending on the defense. Some TDs I don't mind standing behind a wall, or basically watching from behind a wall as it works. Most TDs you just build walls and towers. And I don't mind just watching and planning, as it were. Let's be prepared and ready. Activate the crystal. So we have, looks like 5 enemies in this round. Uh-oh. Ooh!
A dark elf archer has arrived. These arrow-shooting enemies can be particularly dangerous to your vulnerable defenses.
Quick! Attack! Got him!
Each wave, you will face greater numbers of more challenging opponents. Prepare to defend your
Fire!
kingdom with your own strength and strategy.
Oh, watch out! Incoming! Really using over the ranged attack, but for most part he's more of a melee hero. Not a lot, but partially melee. Now we get to learn probably about level ups, I hope. Because we need to get there soon, I hope.
Well done.
Ooh.
You will encounter a variety of twisted creatures in the course of your battles. But beware of their unique tricks and behaviors. You must employ your best strategies to take advantage of their weaknesses. Some enemies have an elemental alignment.
Yep.
These monsters emanate fire, lightning, or poison, and are marked with the icon of the element they are immune to. Certain defenses also have an elemental alignment, in which case they will be ineffective against such enemies.
Oh, we can level up.
By defeating your enemies in complete
I'll
waves,
close that so you can
you
see
have
this, I
earned
hope.
sufficient experience points to level up. You may now
Now
choose to apply several points to any of the hero statistics that you desire. These may be applied during the build phase through the Hero Info interface. Choose wisely, young trainee. You may opt to specialize in one area or spread your points over a wide range of disciplines. The choice is yours.
Yep.
Apply your points and accept the level up.
Now it's a nice little thing so that you viewers can kind of join me. I'm going to let you guys decide what I do for this monk. And if you think I should go for the different hero, well, you're going to have to deal with the monk right now, because that's who I want to do for my Let's Play. So, but I'm going to have to do this first level
As you
up.
advance in level, your hero will be able to carry more mana power. This will enable you to summon even more types of defenses, or upgrade those which you have already placed for additional power.
Let's see, let's apply
If you do not wish to
speed.
apply a level up immediately, you can apply points later from the Forge. The Forge draws power from nearby Eternia crystals. When close, press the E key to open the Forge. Go ahead and do so now.
And, I think I will also boost my Aurora radius a bit, so my Auroras are a decent radius. I'll probably apply a few health level ups over the course of time if you so desire that. Just because I know how valuable they are. But as I said, I'll kind of let you viewers decide
At
that.
the Forge, you can invest mana in equipment, enabling you to level up the item for increased power. You can also swap heroes at the Forge, which will allow you to gain the benefits of each hero class's defenses.
See?
The Forge may only be accessed during
I
the
have a
build
lot of
phase,
that.
so be sure to plan ahead.
I have lots of mana because I've
Such
said lots.
are the basics of the defensive arts. Now, about your hero class.
Yep, these are all mage stuff, so.
As a monk, you will summon powerful auras to harm enemies and help allies.
Now we'll
The
learn about
monk
the
is a
monk.
master with the spear, delivering melee attacks with the left mouse button and unleashing devastating energy blasts with the
The
right mouse button.
Okay.
The monk monk's defense boost and hero boost abilities make him an invaluable team member. With these skills, the monk can heal defenses and players while also increasing their damage. Remember well what I have taught you. If you need my help again, you may reset this tutorial from the options menu.
Let's go into the item box.
Go forth, young acolyte. Summon your defenses, ready your weaponry, and then activate your Eternia crystal once more to face the terrible darkness that lies in wait on the other side.
Let's see what we
and
got.
defeat it.
Got a level 6 helmet here. I have a torn leather helmet. Let's unlock this and give this to my monk, because it's a pretty decent piece of item. Supposedly this is actually kind of good too, but we'll see. Anyway, I can't really go with these yet, because these with yellow are, basically it means that it's an item I don't want, and this is old monk stuff, so... We're actually going to have to swap out my old monk, because I want to get rid of this monk. So this monk's a little more powerful, but I don't want him anymore because of what happened. Oh, hang on, I gotta go into my hero info. So yeah, I already have quite a few items, including a nice set of equipment, so... I'm just going to drop items on the ground. And I also have a very interesting weapon here called the Warnhorned Mace, which is quite handy with a melee damage, but not so great at anything else, so we'll drop that. So yeah, this hero was mostly devoted to hero statistics, as you can see. Semi-speed has some good health. But I've had better heroes, so... So we're going to swap back out to Xerion. And we got a... I'm just going to stow all this away. Get all that stowed first. Hero info. Check him out in a second. Let's see. Okay. I want to swap the heroes again. We want to get rid of Rorik, I think, because I don't want that monk. Make sure you're still Rorik. Yes, I'm sure. Not often would I want to delete a hero, but once it's needed. Now we gotta look through my item box. It should be a decent... Oh, I need level 3 for that. Torn Lucky Mail Cap. Supposedly a very decent defensive item. Bolsters myself. I guess it's pretty decent. I'll think about it. And what else have I got? I guess I can give that to my hero. These are some decent armor that I haven't really decided much upon doing. Oh, I already had one of those on me, I guess. I guess that's all I'm going to do at the moment. So let's talk about a few things that were not mentioned in the tutorial. For one thing, the chests in this stage appear around here, around the doors. This is where you can collect your mana and your items. As you can see, I could sell these old Auroras. Oops, wrong one. If I come up to here, I can sell defenses, although it's going to be worth a lot less. So if I were to click sell defense in this while I'm full, as you can see, none of the mana was returned to me. I don't get extra mana just because my mana storage is full. So let's grab these crystals. What we're going to do is, since the monk is capable of absorbing pretty much a large quantity of mana early on, I think what I will do is stow his mana away so that I can use it later for other things. Actually, I also want to do something else. So items... Oh, I can't stow my mana away, apparently. Hero info, I do want to do this. Wait a second. Yeah, I want to change this. Invest. So... What in the name? Apparently I can't. I guess I should go through this next wave. Well, I certainly don't want to do that just yet. Do I? Well, the chests won't open right away, so... Let's activate the Eternia Crystal first, and then I'll activate the chests. So I can ensure the mana does not disappear. And as you can see, I got some mana added in my bank for some old items that were currently on the ground I didn't collect. We have incoming goblins. We must fight. Oh, I've been hit. Heal myself a bit. Uh-oh. Oh, good. Attack! Any items? Nope, just mana. We've got archers. Ooh, man, that guy just got I slaughtered him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, there they go. It's just a lot of mana. Some equipment that usually you don't get. Once you get further in the waves, equipment becomes a lot more common. In which case, most old items are just going to be sold. So, basically we have a ton of mana here now that will remain on the ground until the next phase. You have 2 phases before your, everything will change again. So, let's activate this now. We should be able to deposit mana. There's going to be a ton of it to collect. I'm actually going to zoom in a bit, because I like to be this view sometimes in the build phase. Collect the mana on the ground. So much. There we go. Let's go drop off some of this mana. The sooner I level up, the more mana I can carry. And the monk, his advantage comes in the fact that he has unique abilities. Believe it or not, I've seen a monk in action on a video, so I know a little bit about monks. Not much. Considered a blind play with a monk, because I know very little about their actual abilities. I'm not necessarily skilled with monks. I actually required 2 mana there. I'm getting a little laggy. That's what I'm afraid of, is the lag. Even though this is a fun game, it's difficult. Oh, don't activate the crystal yet, or I'll lose all my mana. There's still quite a few crystals on the ground. So yeah, we have a lot of mana on there. So after going to hero info, I should be able to invest. I want to invest some mana into my Torn Warden Pike. Let's invest a bit into it and upgrade its power. That'll be enough. Just a few levels are needed. There we go. So it has 30 melee damage on 12 ranged damage. Some enemies, however, as it's stated, have resistance. So if your attack does an elemental damage and the enemy has a particular element defense, you better watch out. We're also going to probably talk about difficulties. In a way, this will be partly tutorial, partly let's play. Kind of a mixture of both. And we have some equipment. What do we got? I don't know what I have, apparently, so we'll equip it. Did I configure anything? I want to see if there's anything I can do. I can't change the screen, so... Ugh. Well, that could help a little lot. I'd like to be able to race around a lot. That's better. Being able to turn around. Oh, what do we got? We got... Can't use them, so I have to stow them. Oh, hello. We have a full set. All of our items are now getting a defensive bonus. This is a boon for me. I like that. Let's go stow away this mana. I like having that because it's advantageous to have that, because it's, well, because it's advantageous because it boosts, excuse me, I'm trying to say bolts for some reason, it boosts the power and defense of your armor. Oh, hello. I'm not going to be using that right away, but it does boost my speed. Ugh, that I'm just going to let get sold, because that armor's no good. Now that I know what happens is basically any items you do not pick up will be sold to the bank. If you're playing with multiple people, then the amount sold will be divided. If 2, then it'll be divided in half. Otherwise it's only divided by, well, depending on the amount of players. For 3 it'd be divided by 3, I guess, and 4 would be divided by 4. Not that hard. And just mana crystals. Oh, another interesting thing about levels is that in the beginning of the entire, in the first round, well, not always first round in all stages, but mostly the first round, basically, when you first enter this place, is the first level, you might say. I'm trying to decide how to put this. These are gone waves. When you start a new game or a new dungeon, that's what I'm looking for. When you start the dungeon up and you just come in, there'll usually be a chest right here by the crystal. It'll only be there once. Then once you gather it, it won't return. This is like a extra boost of mana. Kind of handy in some stages. I don't know if it's in all stages, but for most of them that I've played, it's been there. So, and forgive me if this video gets long, because if it does, then I will probably have to divide it. So let's go into hero info again. So I could upgrade some of this armor, except the boots. I'm going to upgrade my these, because this would be a big thing. Invest. There we go. Boost my defense, so I take less damage during the fighting. And let's see how much this requires. And then this one requires... I can invest in that at least. And I also get a checkbox. I think I might have something I need to sell. So to sell an item, you go into here, and you can either sell all of your items that aren't locked. Anything locked will not be sold, so... I want to sell... I'll think about that. This I'm keeping. This... maybe more damage, but it's only good for fighting, so... You know what I say? I'm going to sell that to the bank. That thing I don't want, so I'm going to sell that to the bank. Well, it's better ranged attack, but the thing is, I like a better mix, and I just don't think I'm going to want this, because I'm going to get really good stuff. Like this, as you can see, it gets additional effects, so eventually you'll get some pretty nasty stuff. Like, for example, I have I can exampleize right here, as you can see. Once you start to get into the higher levels, you get these items that have tons and tons of different effects. So, for example, this item here in particular will boost your defenses considerably for health-wise, but it decreases the radius of the defense. And it does have a nice boost for damage, but at the same time I don't necessarily like it. However, this is a flaming staff, and I've kept some of these in case I want to sell them to other people. So, if you're playing this game and you want something here, you let me know. Because I might be willing to part with these items, because anything here might not be something I want. I might be willing to part with it. So depending on what you're willing to offer in return, be it just trading an item or just willing to pay some mana. As you can see, it tells you this number here is how much it costs. Oops. Let me move that cursor out of the way. The amount of mana there, but see on solid, right there is the... well, it says how much, 362 right there, or 100, or 999. And this number that shows up, oops, right there, once you zoom in, it comes up with a number there in a crystal. That's how much it takes to invest. And investing is a powerful feature in this game, because boosting your armor, your weapons even, is a strong advantage. We're on wave 2, unfortunately, but it's already been a half hour, so for the moment I'm just going to exit this video and I'm going to start up a new video so it doesn't get too long, so I'll be right back.